Hey, what is going on, guys? Ali here, back again with another video for you guys. And before I say anything else, I want to say that this video is going to have spoilers of the manga of One Piece. So if you don't want to be spoiled about anything or like characters' true identities and stuff like that, don't be watching this and just leave a like if you want. But you guys can just leave this video for another time. But after like watching these scenes play out again, like in the anime, and just reading like the manga up till like the latest chapter and such, it made me want to start making. It made me want to make a video again on some things that are in my head about what's going on with One Piece. So without further ado, with this video, what is going on, guys? Back again with another video discussion about One Piece, or just like a video talk about One Piece and such. Like, I haven't done one of these in so long, but everything that's going down with Wano. Wano's my favorite arc of the post time skip. 100% my favorite arc so far. It's just the flashbacks are just amazing. Everything that's going on with characters and such, revelations, things like that are just amazing right now. And something that got me thinking after I watched those scenes again in the anime, right? And about Komurasaki, or who we all know as Hiyori and such, and Kyoshiro pretty much protecting her and everything, and her taking the money from these crappy people, started to make me think when she said, like, I spent it all. I feel like that wasn't even the case. Actually, what happened? See, I'm starting to think that Kyoshiro, Denjiro, who the majority of the fandom right now, like in the manga and stuff, like majority of us are already thinking that he's the witching hour boy because of, like, I think the last 3 or 4 chapters ago, I think, or something, we find out that what he was doing was like pretty much the witching hour boy was like a Robin Hood type of character, stealing rich, giving to the poor and things like that. And we see in the flashback that he has been pretty much swindling money from like big dudes and stuff, and like higher ups, and like pretty much taking their money, like sleazeball type of people and such, and giving it to the poor. So we're all thinking that Denjiro is the witching hour boy. That might not be the case. People are thinking Kyoshiro might be Denjiro. I don't think that's the case. Like, there's still some people who still think that, but I don't think that's the case. He could be Scopper Gaban, which is plausible. He kind of looks like him. And he could even also be Zoro's mentor, his swordsmanship teacher, back in his old village. That could be him, and we might end up seeing him on like some sort of small boat arriving to Wano later on, being like, I'm finally here after I've waited 20 years to come back here, and he's there, and maybe we see him and stuff, crazy things like that. But at the same time, I don't think that any of those is like true, because we're all thinking now after this flashback that we're seeing him as like the witching hour boy or whatever. And when I think about him being the witching hour boy and giving money to like the less fortunate from like sleazeball and garbage type people, and then this episode again, after I'm seeing these scenes about Komurasaki or Hiyori taking like money from these garbage people who would abandon and or sell their families and whatnot and everything, or like taking homes and kicking these people out of their homes and taking their homes and selling the home and things like that, like for people who are under them. All those things happening, which if you even feel the slightest like sympathy for these guys, you're out of your freaking mind. You guys are crazy. But after seeing that, and then seeing her saying that, like, I spent it all, I feel like what's going on, like that there's an actual connection between Kyoshiro, Denjiro, and Komurasaki or Hiyori. I'm thinking that what Hiyori, when she got to the right age, even though that Kawamatsu was the one who was protecting her when she was little and stuff. But I think what happened when Hiyori got to the appropriate age of like independence for a woman in the Wano country, I think right at that time or during that time that this man Kyoshiro immediately just made her the Oiran and immediately made her the top brass to protect her. And I think there's a connection also with Yasue and Kyoshiro. And I think Kyoshiro has to do, like, maybe he was an apprentice or an underling or something of Yasue's. Maybe. Who knows? But I think that the moment that she became of that appropriate age, he immediately put her as the Oiran in the top brass so that she can be protected by Kyoshiro. Even though we're seeing a lot of things where Kyoshiro's defending Orochi, or like he slices Hiyori, which was like, you know, a shallow cut just to protect her so that they think that she's not dead, or think that she is dead. Obviously that isn't the case from the beginning of this this arc or whatever. Not this arc, this act. But I'm thinking that what happened with that was that Kyoshiro got Hiyori as an Oiran to protect her and whatnot, right? And Kawamatsu eventually did get captured. So I'm starting to think that somewhere along the way, when Lady Toki, you know, sent some of them to the future, you know, Kiemon, Kanjo, Kikyu and them, sent them to the future, right? And I think somewhere along the way, when Yasue came to talk to Toki, that if something happens, we need to protect you or Lady Hiyori and whatnot, and that they entrusted Kawamatsu with protecting her, but then if something happened to Kawamatsu, that Kyoshiro would be the one to end up protecting her. That's what I'm thinking in my head, and that's what kind of happened, because we see Kawamatsu, he got taken and thrown in jail for like the longest time. So wherever Hiyori was, Kyoshiro was there to protect her. And I feel like what has been going on with everything about the Witching Hour boy, Kyoshiro, and Komurasaki, who's Hiyori, that when I think that, like, overall, I'm just talking a lot, just randomly about stuff, but these things have been I've been really thinking about these things a lot, ever since, like, Wano started in general, that, like, I needed to talk about it, like, I needed to make a video about it, in that I think that what Hiyori does is that when she takes the money from these people, these garbage people with these poor people, meaning poor hearts or garbage attitudes, or like a shitty like heart or a rotten soul type of people, that when she gets the money, that she doesn't I don't think she spends it all like she said in this episode, or like what was it, 2 years ago or something, when we first got introduced from her, or like a year and a half ago or something. But like when she said I spent it all, I don't think that's the case. I think that when she got it, Denjiro comes and she gives him some of the money or whatever, so then he can disperse that money and such, meaning that like he gets some money from Komurasaki, from Hiyori, and from Kyoshiro, and he disperses it among like the people of like Wano and such, him being the Witching Hour boy. So overall this video I wanted to talk about was like a possible connection between Hiyori, Komurasaki, Kyoshiro, and Denjiro, who we all, again, in the One Piece community who read the manga and everything, majority of us are thinking that he is the Witching Hour boy. I think that would make sense to what like she's been doing with taking money from these garbage type of people, and then Denjiro comes in like one night or something. She and Kyoshiro give him money to go and disperse like the money to the people and everything. I think that would be something that's really cool. And then possibly we see Kyoshiro like in this flashback just a little bit to get a little bit more of what his mind is thinking, because a lot of people don't know what Kyoshiro is thinking. Like, he is defending Orochi, talking crap about Orochi, but then protecting Hiyori and such. We don't know what his motives are. He might actually even be Denjiro, but I have no idea. And he might even be the Witching Hour boy or whatever. But I just wanted to talk about the connection I think that Hiyori, Kyoshiro, and Denjiro have in Wano right now, or in the story right now. I'm thinking that there is a actual connection between those three, but also maybe like Yasue and Kyoshiro, and that Kyoshiro might have been someone like Orochi, where he was under Yasue, like used to work for him maybe, or an assistant or something like that, helped with money, because he is the money launderer for Orochi and the Kurozumi clan or whatever. So that would make complete sense to me, that he is somewhat like Orochi, and maybe that's why he's talking about how he's such a coward and such, and such a like a big, like, terrible person and things like that, and talking shit about Orochi because he knows Orochi maybe, and that he was an assistant just like Orochi under Yasue. Like, maybe that's even a possibility, but who knows? I just wanted to talk about this stuff. I'm excited for continuing Wano, and I'm excited about Wano in general. But what do you guys think? Is there like do you think there's a serious connection between Denjiro, Kyoshiro, and Hiyori, and that when Kawamatsu was taken and put in the prison, that Hiyori was put under the wing of Kyoshiro to protect her, and when she became the Oiran and everything, that was mainly for just protecting Komura, or protecting Hiyori, and that there's also a connection possibly between Kyoshiro and Yasue, in that it seems like Kyoshiro knows a lot about Orochi, even though he is the finance launderer, money launderer for the Kurozumi clan, that he might have even been an assistant just like Orochi and everything, and he was given a job to protect Hiyori and stuff like that. So many things going on. But what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about what I've been talking about? Leave down your comments, your thoughts about what I was talking about and everything. Your theories about what could possibly be going on, connections between characters and everything. Leave down in the comments your thoughts and such. Like the video if you liked anything I had to say, any theories and stuff that I talked about. Leave down in the comments, obviously. Like the video. And like the video if you like One Piece in general and such. I'm just so excited lately for One Piece, or like the past year and a half or something. It's just been so much fun and everything. But yeah, again, like the video if you did, and subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, theory discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most important to everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see y'all later. I will see you all later with the next video. Peace out. May the force be with you always. Plus, Ultra and Latom. Man, One Piece is some greatness right now.